Crime. I'm back. I just got sent another case to discuss. We are doing a critical missing for one Callie Bean Warner. She is a 2-year-old little girl, and they're not even sure when she went missing. This is the upsetting thing. So, Callie, 2 years old, they call her Bean, and her mother, Khadijah Horner, is refusing to state where the child is or what has happened to her. And this is happening here in Greensboro, North Carolina. Now, the child's father is a flight attendant, and he left her with her mother. And now that he's back, no one knows where the child is. So let's talk about this. So 23-year-old Khadijah Horner refused to tell anyone the true whereabouts of the little girl. Bean's grandmother, Shondell Clark, has said that her flight attendant son gave Khadijah and Bean his apartment to live in. So I'm doing okay. Um, he did that because, hmm, wow, there's some crazy stuff. So let me back up. So she started living in the father's apartment because she didn't have a place to stay. Now, when he got back and came back to the house on April 30th, property manager at the Lakes at Lincoln said Khadijah could not renew her lease due to multiple police calls to the home and had to move due to disturbances. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. But she said that the grandmother said she asked the son where Bean was, and the mother said she wasn't there, and that Khadijah allegedly told him that Bean was with her father. Because of past issues concerning the father, Shondell, that's the grandmother, said she didn't believe that. So here we go again. Now we've got another case of a child that is missing and no one knew was missing. Let's see. Try we solve this case. Okay. Well, that's the thing. We don't know when the kid went missing. We do know as of April 30th, when the father got back from his trip, she wasn't there. So when the grandmother went over there on April 30th that evening, no one answered the door. Um, the grandmother also went Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Hello. And still no one answered. And she said that Saturday when she went, that she had the police go with her to do a welfare check because she hadn't heard or seen from them and want to make sure everything was okay, which makes sense. I mean, that's what I would do. The last time that the grandmother went over to the daughter's home was on May 14th. So that was yesterday. And on Friday, May 9th, the grandmother said she called the daughter's caseworker and explained everything that was going on. And it brought her to tears because she's like, where's my granddaughter? She also said the caseworker checked the system to see if Callie was listed, but it turns out she wasn't. So let's see here. Cute little thing. On Saturday, the grandmother said Bean's father called and told her he didn't have Bean. After talking for a while, Bean's alleged father told Shondell he was going to get in contact with the father of Shondell's youngest child to see if he had heard or seen Bean. That's the little girl. And then Shondell said that the two lies Khadijah has told concerning the whereabouts of missing 2-year-old Callie Horner. She said, depending on who she's talking to, Khadijah is reportedly giving random names of people who haven't even seen Bean. So we've seen this happen before. We look at Kaylee Anthony, um, Summer Wells. I mean, so many cases where kids just literally disappear out of thin air and they just kind of fall into the cracks of the system and no one really knows these kids are gone. So April 30th, they knew she wasn't there. That's when they started noticing she wasn't around. And now we're at May 15th. That's 2 weeks. Where is this child? Where is she? So let's see here. Now, Shondell said Bean's father stated, shedding tears, that said if Bean was there, he was going to go ahead and get her. So you got back and forth here with the parents. She also said the grandmother also reminded the police officer of the conversation they previously had about the lies and random people Khadijah claimed had Bean. She said the Greensboro Police Department wasn't asking the important questions about where Bean was or attempting to make sure she was okay. This is completely typical of Greensboro PD. They do not ask questions. They do not investigate. This is something I have seen time and time and time again, and it's getting very ridiculous. Now we're dealing with a toddler that's missing, and you guys are not even bothering to pick up the phone and do an ounce of police work. What the absolute hell? So, a missing person report was not filed until yesterday. Now, they can't do an Amber Alert because they don't know if she's been taken. They don't know anything. So, an Amber Alert won't even work in this situation. So right now, as of today, no one has seen this kid, nor does anyone believe that this child is with friends, as Khadijah claims. So she's age 2. She's 2.5 feet, weighs about 25 pounds, brown eyes, black hair. Don't know what she was wearing. Hello. Do not know where she was last seen because they don't even know if she's truly missing. But at this point, because it's been 2 weeks, I think she's missing. But this woman, this Khadijah Horner, has other children, and nobody is, her other kids are fine. Hello. So, yeah, so we have a critical missing 2-year-old child named Calli Bean Horner. Calli Bean Horner. And GPD, as per typical, has dropped the damn ball again with investigations. Because my thing is, you need to sweat this mother, Khadijah. You need to get her in a chair and you need to talk to her and press her and find out where this kid is. Am I an investigator? No, I am not. This is what you need to do. Because there's been too many cases of children missing, and one of the parents has been guilty of making this kid disappear, and nobody is doing anything about it. Nobody's done anything about it. I cannot tell you how many children, how many minors are missing in this area, and nothing's being done. Absolutely nothing. I'm doing good, guys. So I've got Calli's picture at the beginning of this video, or it's in the description. Please look at that. Please share this. Please get this out there because this child needs to be found. No 2-year-old needs to be out there lost in the world. No child needs to be lost out in the world. No, actually, no person needs to be lost out in the world. Everybody deserves to be found. Everybody deserves to be worried about. Share this video, like, subscribe, comment, what all, but Calli Horner, 2 years old. The mother is refusing to say where she is. Too many cases like this, way too many. And it breaks my heart. It really does. So if you have not already subscribed to the channel, please do so. Share, like, comment, all that good stuff, because again, critical missing, we need to get this kid found. Please. We have a missing 2-year-old in Greensboro, North Carolina, that's been missing for approximately 2 weeks, and it's just now being announced that this child is missing. So, Khadijah, where's your kid? Seriously, I'm calling your ass out. Where is your child? You know where she is. Where is she? Because I know GPD is a joke, but the rest of us out here who actually give a damn, we're going to ask those questions. Where is she? Because, lady, there's no way on earth this kid should be missing. So trust me, I'm going to be doing a deep dive on you. I'm going to start looking you up and see what else you've been getting into. But that child should not be missing. So again, everybody, 2 years old, 2.5 feet tall, 25 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes, or black hair, brown eyes. Don't know what she was wearing, but she's 2 years old. Picture of what she looks like is on the description of this video. Please share it. Please comment. Please get it out there for the algorithm because somebody knows something. No child should be missing like this. So on that note, I'm going to hop off here, but please share, please. This is Rebecca with Red True Crime. Be weird, be rude, be safe. Good night.